Hello, my name is Tyler Hall, and this is the third presentation of the Final Orgy Fantasy Football League. F.O.F.F.L.
Welcome back. Welcome to week 3 of this exciting fantasy football league. Week 2 overview. Here we go. We're going to make this quick. I got a lot of complaints about my last video and how I ramble and mumble and bloppity bloppity blip blip. So we're going to have this one tight. It's going to be right to the point. I'm not going to ramble. I'm not going to try to say so much. But here we go. All right, game of the week last week was Somebody's Gotta Lose, Tanner versus Jason. I called this one, said Jason would take it. Tanner took offense to that, but it is what it is. Pretty much, it was just Jason, whole matchup. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was in the lead the entirety of the matchup. Nothing exciting, kind of boring. Let's go back over. Let's go to upset of the week here. Dan Tehan with the win here. Congratulations, Trey, on your win. All-time low here for Mr. Jack, not breaking 100. The only one this week that did not break 100. Sad performance. And that's all it is. Got a bunch of 1-and-1s here. All right, moving on here. Tony versus Chris. Pretty good matchup here. Chris was coming back there later on in the matchup. But Tony took it. Good win for Tony here. Chris 0-2. And as I've said before, he's still my favorite. Take the championship here. Not a great start, but still early. He's got some big ballers. He's got Saquon, Jonathan Taylor yet to pop off, Deebo Samuel. You can trade me him if you want to. I got people if you want to trade Deebo. Let's go to this one here. Preston versus Marcos. Very heated matchup. I got to see a lot of that in person. It was ugly. They were very rude to each other, but it is what it is. That's the game, the name of the game. Tough loss again for Preston. Another thing to point out here: Preston and Chris both 0-2. Coincidence? I don't think so. Marcos with a huge show out here. Incredible uprising from the past week. He's got 173 points, and he is this week's top scorer. Marcos 2-0 for some reason. Moving on. Tightest matchup. Again, first week, it was a point differential between myself and Preston, and we got another 1 point, whatever the math is, right there. Jack's Little Nugget stole this one from me. It was theft. They took Josh Allen out. He was killing it. 29.68 points. I needed him to complete one more pass, and I could have won. Anyways, tight matchup. Congratulations to Mr. Michael there. Currently sitting at 1-1. Not a strong team, but not a bad team. Also, me sitting at 1-1. I think I'm taking up too much time already, so let's go to the upcoming week, week 3. Let's go to the box score here. All right, game of the week. I'm going to call, let's see, We're gonna go Chris versus Marcos on this one. I will say that this is the grudge match of the week. The Sick Boys versus the CD Nuts. This is going to be a close one. It appears close as far as the projection goes right now, but I don't even have a kicker in right now, so I'm really sitting at about 126, 127 projection. Got most of the advantage check marks, but as we saw from last week, Dan Tehan can win. He beat the champ last week, so good luck. Here we go. Jack versus Tony, or excuse me, Jason. Two good friends could ruin their relationship over this one, guys. This is going to be a tight one. This is going to be one to look at. Jalen Hurts up against Patrick Mahomes. I don't think Hurts is going to do that great. I know he's going against Washington, not a great defense there, but something tells me he's not going to do good this week. Patrick Mahomes is always going to do good because he's Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to take Jason in that one. I need him to lose because he's 2-0, but Jason's got a strong team. Here we go. Game of the week here. Chris versus Marcos. 0-2 versus 2-0. This is basically a last-ditch effort for Mr. Roth here. He's got to win this one. You go 0-3, it's going to be hard to come back from that. Marcos has got a pretty good team. Let's look at the advantages here. Lamar over Stafford. Yep, I'm taking that one. Taylor over James Robinson. Saquon over Ramondre Stevenson. Debo and Cooper Kupp. That's a good matchup there. A.J. Brown, T. Higgins. Wash there. Darren Waller up against Mark Andrews. Also a good matchup. Allen Robinson, not impressed by him. I would suggest taking him out. Up against Jeff Wilson. Don't even know who that is. Bills defense up against Broncos defense. Bills, obviously. Jason Saunders, kickers, who cares? I'm taking Chris in this one. Chris, you got this one. Let's show him how it's done. Show him how it's done. Mike versus Preston. Preston's got to win this one. He's 0-2. This is going to be a boring matchup, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring matchup. I'm taking Preston on this one. Tony versus Tanner, TT. Also going to be a tight one. Taking Tony. Tony making a lot of moves. According to these advantages, he's going to lose, but I gotta bet against you again, Tanner, but I'm going with Tony on this one. Going with Tony on this one. Okay, so that's basically it. I got a couple of players of the week here. I'm going to say that Jonathan Taylor is going to pop off at least over 25 points this week. My quarterback of the week is going to be Josh Allen, just because I believe that he is literally the best football player on the field right now. Wide receiver, not much of a guess here, but Cooper Kupp. And then the play of the week, basically the most bold move I've seen in fantasy football. It would be Jason dropping the Miami defense and picking up the Texans defense up against Chicago. So I got Houston going over 10 points defense. Huge bold move, quote unquote, a bold move. Shocker. And that's it.